Okay. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Thor.
Likewise,
It's
likewise.
a real pleasure. So, before we get started, I have a 14-year-old son who worships you and thinks you're the coolest guy he's ever seen.
That's
on TV.
awesome.
And he really wanted me to ask you one question. He's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
And he is extremely envious that I'm here with you today, but wanted to know what it's like to practice jiu-jitsu with Gordon Ryan.
It was a humbling experience, to say. I thought going into that maybe my strength and my body would do some damage,
Right.
But bro, was I wrong? He was so technical, so good.
Right.
And the way he was able to throw my 400-pound body like nothing was quite impressive. And I have a lot of respect for him and anyone that does. Actually, my son is in PJJ right now. He's training it back home in Iceland. He's 5 years old.
Oh, fantastic.
I think it's a great sport.
It's amazing.
Best of luck to your son for the
yeah,
future.
thank you. No, and good for you for you completely dominating this one arena, in strength training, and for you to go outside your comfort zone and into something as rough and tumble as jiu-jitsu. That speaks very well of you, in my opinion.
Love to try new things,
Right.
and that, like you said, that was out of my comfort zone, something new. And
Sure.
I've tried many different sports, and I'm a fan of athletes that just good athletes in general,
Right.
Any sport. So I love to try new things. But anyway, I actually have questions to you as well.
Sure.
Since
Please do.
you probably can answer, like, might be a lot of people here that might see this and might wonder, like, okay, how would you explain stem cells to people that don't know what stem cell is in a very, just how would you explain stem cells, and what do stem cells do for the body?
Of course. Well, sure. There are many kinds of stem cells in our bodies, right? And when we're newborn, our bodies are composed of a much higher percentage of stem cells than you have as an adult, because your stem cells, by design, create new healthy cells. Everything from blood, tissue, bone, and then as we grow, as we age, the proportion of stem cells in your body becomes less and less, obviously, because you're creating so many new cells. So by the time we're adults, there are really only a couple of different places where you can extract stem cells that can be used to heal tissue, right? They're the cells that Forever Labs, my company, stores on behalf of people like you, are called mesenchymal stem cells. And really the two best places to retrieve those are your bone marrow, which I understand we're going into today to retrieve some of your bone marrow, and also from your body fat. So what that means is, if somebody's doing a liposuction to reduce body fat, we can take some of that body fat that's pulled from your body and retrieve stem cells from there, or in your case with bone marrow. And what we like the bone marrow because it can regenerate, for example, knee cartilage very, very well. So what we do then is we'll take that tissue today that Dr. Navity's going to extract from your hip. We'll bring it back to our lab here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and we'll separate the healthy stem cells, the strong stem cells, and we'll freeze them at a very low temperature, about 190 below 0 Celsius, in liquid nitrogen, and they'll just stay there until at some point you need them for treatment later on in life. And we like to focus on introducing people's own stem cells back into their body, not from another person, just because we know with absolute certainty that your body will accept those cells. And then what they can do is they're extremely good at regenerating damaged tissue, cartilage in your case, like for your knees or for your rotator cuff.
Has it ever happened that someone, takes bone marrow from the body or stem cells, then the body rejects it? Has that ever happened?
Not to my knowledge. I'm not aware of that happening, just because if it comes from the person's, like the patient's body, then it's by design it's truly what we call autologous, which is from that person, and there's almost no chance that the body will reject that, even if it's been out of the body for years or even decades. Right.
Okay.
So that's the technology. It's advancing so rapidly now. There's so many amazing things happening in regenerative medicine. And what's great about actually your timing is that, you know, the here in America, the regulations around stem cell therapy have been restricted for a long time, which is why you've seen so many Americans have to go to places like Panama, or they have to go overseas to receive experimental stem cell therapies. And now, thankfully, that's changing, and we're now able to store your stem cells and then multiply them in our lab. So, for example, maybe we'll pull. Every person's different, but maybe it's 500,000 to 1 million mesenchymal stem cells from you today, and over time we'll be able to multiply those to 5 times, 10 times. And what that just means is we're able to introduce a larger dose into your body. And like the example we always like to give is, if you have a headache, right, and you want to take ibuprofen to feel better, do you want the children's size 10 milliliter dose, or do you want the adult size 800 milligram capsule, right? And which is more likely to resolve your headache? It's the larger dose in this case. So that's what we seek to do. And like Dr. Nabedy was telling you earlier, you know, the best time to store your stem cells is always today, when you know you're healthy, right? When you're as young as you're ever going to be. And in your case, I believe you're about to turn 37.
Yes, correct.
So it's a great time. You know, you got your health and you got your youth. So if you bank your cells now, what we're able to do is we're able to keep those frozen, and then eventually thaw maybe a small percentage of them, multiply those while keeping most of your stem cells in reserves, so that we can continue to provide you with a supply of stem cells. Because it sounds like you train very actively.
I do.
You can't do that without, you know, getting, you know, catching the occasional injury, as it sounds like you're dealing with several today.
Yeah.
And like that inventory of your cells will be available.
Is that through live, or?
I'm sorry?
How long does that last?
I mean, as long as we're able to maintain them in a frozen state.
So literally to live, unless it's.
You should be able to come back here in 30 years.
Yeah, wow.
We should be able to, if we're maintaining your stem cells, we'll be able to keep those for you. And the way our company works is, normally what we'll do is we'll charge a patient a fee to have a physician like Dr. Nabedy extract the bone marrow, and then we'll process those cells and store them. And we usually ask people to pay us a fee every year for that storage. Or we also have a plan where somebody will pay us. At the moment, it's $10,000 to store their stem cells for the rest of their natural life. And I guess the deal we wanted to offer you today, that Forever Labs wanted to offer you, is that we'd be happy to extend you a free lifetime plan. We'd be happy to store your stem cells for life.
Thank you so much.
If you would be so kind as to share your experience with all of your social media followers, maybe talk a little bit about the experience. If it turns out that it was positive, we'd love to have you be an advocate for Forever Labs and for the Michigan Center.
Sounds good.
So frankly, I think we're very excited to see people that are athletes with a high profile like you starting to move toward regenerative medicine, because as Dr. Nabedy does, we think this is the future. I think for a long time, medicine has been focused on diagnosing and caring for people after they've been hurt, and we want to move toward a world where we're able to manage health proactively, so you avoid chronic illnesses and diseases in the first place.
Absolutely, it's very cool.
So what are you working on today? Just for our records, where will your stem cells be reinserted today? Yeah,
so my shoulder, that's the priority. I tore one of my rotator cuffs in training, so that's the priority, and then I believe, if I'm right, we might do it to my knees as well, both knees. My knees are, not that bad, but since I'm here, and it worked so great last time. I was so happy with the results, and because before I came the first time, my knees were in so much pain. I just remember them being in so much pain. Like I was like walking, sitting still. Not being able to straighten my knees was hard, because being in planes and not being able to sit in them was like a lot of pain.
A big guy.
That just completely went away. Took some time, like I'd say 6 months all the way up to a year, where I really felt like the maximum benefits. But it has stayed really good since. I'd say first recently, just in the recent months, I've felt like small here and there, nothing crazy, nothing that's killing me. But since I'm here today, why not do it again and keep them great again for another 3 years?
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's great. And now I believe you probably had your bone marrow pulled so that those stem cells could be done last time, and now you're doing it for a second time.
Yeah.
Right. And what we're able to do now that you're banking your cells, the intent is that you'll never have to have your bone marrow pulled again, because your stem cells will be frozen in state, so that we can
absolutely.
I'm skip that first step going forward.
I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to compare my how strong they are compared to last time.
Right.
Just out of curiosity, I wanna see if they're better, or I'm always older, maybe they're not better. So I'm curious to see.
As are we. We're really looking forward to it. I'm sure that everything's going to go really well today.
Yeah.
We're
I'm in good hands. I'm in good hands, so I'm excited.
You certainly are. Dr. Navity's the best.
Yeah.
We're excited to work with you. Do you have any more questions for?
I think I'm good. Just thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Thor. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man.
Yep. Thanks for coming in today.
Absolutely.